What's up, guys? Man, I'm super excited today. I just got a package in from CP Attic, and we're gonna see what's inside right now. So I've been looking for a bumper for the OBS, and I've looked at the 08s and the 2017 bumpers, and I did like the 08s at the very beginning. A lot of people get those, the 6.4 bumpers. They look real good on the truck, and I started looking at them more and more. The more I looked at them, they just look more round and you know, round and like bubbly, you know. And these trucks, they're more like square, you know. They got square lines, square everything. Even the bumper's pretty square. It's not that, you know, round as the 08. I know a lot of people like that one, and I did like it for a long time. I see a lot of people, you know, throw that one on there. That's like the crown jewel to put on these trucks. But every time I looked at this 2017, it just kind of grew on me and looked a little bit better. And I really liked it because it has sharp lines, and that's what this truck has, sharp lines. You know, looks more aggressive. Kind of fits the truck to me a little better. So I went and got on CP Attic's website, and I bought the 2017 brackets, and these are nice, man. They're beautifully done, nice cut. They got their logo right here, CP, powder coated, black. These are some stiff, nice brackets. This is gonna go great with the bumper. So we went ahead and got those from CP. I ordered them not too long ago, and man, they came in like in 3 days, something like that. I thought shipping was gonna be bad just because I didn't know if anyone was there because of the whole pandemic and all that stuff. I didn't know if it was gonna be there at the shop to ship them out, but they shipped them out to me really fast. It took 3 days. They're in Jasper, Texas. They're not that far from me, actually. I did want to go drive over there and check out their shop and buy some more stuff. They got some things over there that I really want to get for the truck, like headlights, grill, tail lights, you know, things like that. So I do want to head out there and maybe meet the guys and everything like that. But it was just easier to ship these out right now instead of driving over there. So there's the brackets, and then here's the bumper right here. There's right there, 2017. Like I said, these are the more of the sharp lines, which I like. I think this looks better than the bubbly one on the 08s. You know, this gives it more of an aggressive look, more box look, which these are box cars, and I really like that. I got this one off of Facebook Marketplace. Actually, he's on the OBS group also. $100, couldn't beat the price. Has one little ding right here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that's easily, you know, beat out if I want to get that out and get it, you know, done up. It doesn't have any fogs. I've seen some people sell them online, some fogs. Actually, what I would do is buy just the brackets, and then go and get the retrofit source LED fogs, because I really like those. I used to have that on my M35 when I did my custom front bumper on that one, and those things are bright and crisp line. They don't blind no one. I really like those fogs. So I'll probably end up just putting those in there instead of the OEMs. I'll just probably look for the brackets and then just buy the newer fog lights for it. But let's take off this old bumper off the OBS and let's start mounting this one up. Alright guys, so what I found out is actually you have to take off these brackets right here, the ones that are off the 250 that come on the bumper. You gotta take these brackets off, and then you're able to slide this bracket in. You gotta slide it in underneath here and make sure the notches are on the side, or on the ends. So the notch is gonna be here. So if you want to go buy CP Attic, the logos are facing the right way towards you when you're mounting them up to this bumper. So you take this off, and then what it has is this bolt hole has a little clip like this. You can still use that and use that bolt right here. And then this side goes into, I'll show you right here. This side, instead of it going in this bolt, it goes into the square. And instead of buying all new hardware and whatnot, you can actually just still use these clips. They basically look like this, just bigger. They just have a spot in the back that the screw goes into, and then a little clip on top, just like this. These are just the bigger versions, and I just slip it over on the CP Attic bracket with the nut solid on this side, so the bolt can go in here and then screw into here. And on this side, I put it on the other side, so the bolt goes in here, and then the screw will be on the front. I mean, will be on the back right here. So reuse both bolts. I mean, this is what held the bumper on before. I think they use a different bolt, or they might drill it out and, you know, use a bigger size bolt. These looked fine to me, so just reusing the same hardware the bumper came with. So now what I'll do is I'll take off this bracket again. So it'll be this bolt right here. This bolt, there's a bolt underneath here. This one, and you'll remove this off. And then there's a couple bolts, not bolts, there are a couple clips right here. I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of dark, but there's some clips right here that hold this plastic shroud to this bumper that you got to take off. Once you get that off, you can take off this plastic shroud right here, unscrew it right here, 2 little 8mm bolts. And then if you want, what I did is I went back and I installed it. So I put it back on and bolted it on here, put in the 2 clips on the side, and that's pretty much holding it in pretty good in place. The 2 clips and then the 1 bolt right here, since there isn't any other bolts to bolt to really. This one right here is getting kind of real close. You could almost put it in where between the P, this hole, if you can see it there. You could almost put it in the P. It doesn't really fit though, but if you want, you could drill and secure it there too. But this looks like it's secured enough. I mean, it's just a beauty piece, so it doesn't have a big gaping hole in your bumper. So that's what we'll do on this one. I'll do a little time lapse and show you me taking out the bumper and putting the other bracket on. Alright guys, so these are the 4 bolts we're talking about. This one right here, and the one right above it. This one, and that one. You can see it. It's kind of dark in here now. It's going to be those 2 you see on the screen. On the left side and the right side, you take all those bolts off, and that's your mounting where you're going to mount your new bumper on. Alright, so I loosened up all the bolts. They were 3/16 size. So I already loosened them up. I can already just take them out by hand. So I'm going to finish undoing the bolt right now. There we go, there's one. This other one right here. There's the bumper. Okay, so it looks like it has these little brackets in the back that it bolts into. So we'll put those back, and we'll go ahead and get the new bumper squared away. I have heard you have to trim these, so we'll have to see when we get to that part. I've heard you have to trim these rails, but if they poke out, you know, and they don't need to be trimmed, I'll leave it like that for now and probably go through it again. What I really want would be to box these out and then put some tow hooks, just like the F-250 had that little D-ring for towing. That's what I would do. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. I don't know if we have to remove this or not. Mine's kind of falling off already, but we'll just see how it goes. My first time putting this bumper on, so we'll see how it goes and when it needs to be trimmed and moved. All right, so I have it kind of like lined up right there, but as you can tell, the bracket's here and the hole's gonna be over there. So we might need to move this over one more. So from this bolt, it probably needs to go over here, and then instead of it being over here on this square, it probably needs to be in that square. Shift it over just a little bit, and that's probably where it needs to go. Same on this. Switch to this bolt. This goes into this square over here on this side. On this side right here, to get these bolts in here. Again, the notch comes here because you're gonna notch it in for the rail, right here. So let's move it over one bolt over, and we'll see how that looks like. All right, so when you do move it over from here to the other square hole right here, there's gonna be some plastic that blocks it, and all you do is just drill that out. Just drilled it out with like a 5/8 drill bit, and you can drill that hole out and the bolt still pass through and clamp down. You just got to remove this one bolt right here, which is an 8mm. So I'm gonna finish installing right now. All right, so I tried to put the bumper on, and the rails are actually hitting these little plastic garnish pieces that I wanted to keep. So you do need to trim the rail. I didn't want to do that just yet. So just to get the bumper on, see how it looks, see what I'm going to do. I took the plastic garnish off so the rails can pass through. They pass through right here where these two circles are at. So it can pass through, so it can bolt on. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with the rails later. Like I said, I was thinking about boxing them in, cutting them back, boxing them in. But right now, I'm just going to leave it like that and rock it where they stick out a little bit. I ended up just painting them real quick, black, just so that way when they pop out you don't really see them that much. They're not an eyesore. But the brackets look like they mount up now after I moved it over to this notch. That's where the bolt goes. Then the other bolt goes in up on top, the square. So it looks like it mounts up pretty good. So I'm gonna put the bumper back on right now. We're gonna try to bolt it right back up. Okay, there it is. Definitely if you have two people, it'll be a lot easier. I'm gonna put the bolts in right now, tie them up pretty good, and then raise it up because there's a little bit of gap here. I did have to take off the stock covers right here on the OBS to fit it. I might have to trim it just to fit it back up there, or I might not need it off if I get it high enough. So let's put the bolts back on. So we can get the bolts back on right here. My battery's kind of dying on the GoPro, so I don't know. If I don't have enough juice to film everything, I'll just give y'all an update on the next day after I get it all squared away. Okay, so I got a bolt in there. I'm gonna loosen it up. Tighten it, but I'm gonna lift up the bumper. Might be on there too tight. Well, guys, this looks really amazing, man. I really like it. Took a while to get on there. You know, they say CP doesn't have any instructions. I had to look up online, see how they did it, and then I did put it on. Then it was on the wrong hole, so a little learning curve. First time doing it, never done this before. But I got it mounted up and looks really good. Just needs to get washed and everything now. I would probably like this to go up a little bit more, tuck it in a little more. So I'll probably have to see where I have to do to tuck it in just to get this line in further. I might put the brackets behind the mounts for the truck, or play with it a little bit just to get it sitting a little bit more. I would have it more tucked, you know, for me. But all in all, it looks really good, man. You know, 100 bucks to get the brackets and mount it up, and no brainer. Real nice bumper, complements the truck really well. You know, easy install. It would probably be a lot longer, a lot harder if you didn't have those brackets available and you had to cut it yourself and trial error, trying to get it right, or cutting or whatever. So it was real good. Let me do all guys a little walk around, and y'all guys let me know what y'all think, right? Comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next one.